Hello, hello, Ederson Oliveira here for DNNHero.com. I have with me today only Joe. Joe, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Addison. Good morning, and good morning, everybody else.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and I'm sure that you're a busy guy because you are putting together DNN.com that is coming just this coming Friday. So, again, what are the news? Anything different? Anything new that you want to share with the audience?
I don't think there's anything particularly new. I would guess that this video is going to be available early in the week, which means that if you're watching this, you haven't made plans to come to DNNCon and you really want to go, you'd better hurry. We can take a few more attendees if you want to come to one of our training classes, such as the one that Addison will be teaching, then you really, really, really need to hurry. That's filling up fairly quickly, but we'll do our best to accommodate latecomers. Please just don't show up on Friday morning saying, "Hi, I'm here." Otherwise, we'll be happy to have you. Nothing particularly new. The schedule of sessions for the free Saturday is posted on the event website. The descriptions of all of those sessions is also posted. Clint Patterson will be giving a keynote speech and I think a simultaneous lesson in how to speak South Carolina. And our sponsor, manage.com, will also be making a presentation over lunch on Saturday. At the end of the event, we're going to have a fun time with DNNCon After Dark at a nearby pub.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, it will be fun, and I'm getting myself ready as well. I mean, I have been working quite a lot lately on my training on DNN administration on Friday, and I'm getting to know a lot about DNN 8 because I'll be really focusing on DNN 8. We'll be running the training completely on DNN 8.01, which is the most recent version. We're gonna get to that in a second, but yeah, I was able to really get a good hang of the differences between DNN 7, 4, 2, and then DNN 8. So again, that's what we'll be exploring a lot, and we have a lot of time to talk about that. We have 8 hours of training. I want to see, I mean, people getting sick of my voice halfway through it. And again, I hope that I'm not the only one talking there. So again, I really ask you, the participants, that let's be interactive, so we don't make this a boring training, which I'm not planning to do a boring training. But again, just me talking, it will be boring. But again, it won't. It won't, because you're gonna have a lot of interactions, a lot of hands-on. That's what I'm preparing, a lot of hands-on experience in class, so you can mix content with hands-on training. Okay.
Excellent. And we've scheduled a couple of nice coffee breaks mid-morning and especially mid-afternoon after you've really, really bored people.
Yeah, we'll need some energy drinks there as well, just to keep people awake after lunch. Okay, DNN.com. So DNN.com, within a week, we're gonna be all together, having a good time there. That's it about DNN.com. Next one here in our agenda is the minor release of DNN 8.01, which came out just 1 or 2 weeks ago, March 16. And it's basically about it brought some bug fixes, some security threats that were addressed there as well. There's a major one that was addressed, but that's basically all about it. There's, no big feature, because again, it's a minor release. It's really a maintenance release, how that's the way DNN Corp calls that. And the major release is scheduled for midsummer, which is 8.1. But from now till there, I think that there might be another minor release like the one that was put together just about 2 weeks ago. Okay, next here, DNN Hangout. I just went through the DNN Hangout yesterday. I wasn't able to make it live, but I saw a nice talk again amongst Joe Brickman, Will Stroh, and in the last Hangout we had there David Poindexter. He spoke about community, the different places within the DNN community that you can ask for help, that you can contribute, that you can, share your knowledge, share your passion, and, get your questions answered as well. So again, that was a nice spot that he brought that to light. And at the tail end of his presentation, he also brought something quite interesting called MV QuickSight. I have it open here in front of me, and I'm gonna explain you guys quickly what this is about. MV QuickSight is a DNN installer. It's a desktop application that, again, you download, you install the MSI file. It's just an installation file, and you're gonna install the app, you're gonna run it, and when you run it, you're gonna be able to install a DNN website on your machine from the interface. So you don't have to download the install package manually, because there is a drop down here of all the different versions all the way back to 6.2.0. So again, it will download that for you. You can choose the location where you want to install that website. It will take care of permissions. Of course, you do have to have SQL installed on your environment, and you have to have IIS installed as well. That's the minimum requirement that you need to have on your local system to be able to, to install a DNN website. So the assistant here will, again, take care of, and I list this here, create the database for you. It will create the IIS website. It will give the proper permissions. If you want, it will also create the app pool for you. It will set up folder access as well. And of course, it will download the install package. And you may even not be aware of that, but to run a website locally, at times you may want to make a small change to your host's file. It does that for you as well. So again, it does all of that. So within, I'll give an example. In my case, it may take me 5 minutes to 10 minutes to put a DNN website, together in my environment. With this application, it will go all the way down to a minute, because again, it's just the time to download the package, and you go through, you click a button, then it opens the browser with the installation assistant of DNN, and that's it. It's all done for you. So again, very nice way to for the people that already knows DNN inside and out. It will speed up your putting up of a new DNN website on your local system, and for the people that don't know enough about DNN, that even the installation is it's a hard step, this will cut that time, that suffering of the installation quite drastically. So again, very nice, very, very well put together. I sent Dave some feedback yesterday. He got back to me right away. So again, they are actively developing, enhancing, improving the tool. You saw this tool at some point, Joe?
I saw the Hangout. I haven't had a chance to play with it. I will point out, though, that David's other career is he's the social media runner for DNNCon. So if you've been following DNNCon on Twitter or on Facebook, and you've been inundated with about a tweet an hour for the last month and a half, that's all thanks to David. David and a couple of the other folks from Envision Native which is his company, will be at DNNCon. So you'll have an opportunity to shake their hands, pat them on the back, and tell them to keep up the good work.
Very good, very good. So yeah, so again, great tool. Please download the tool. I mean, again, you will not be disappointed with, you know, how quick you're gonna be able to put up a DNN website on your environment. I'll be a heavy user of that application. I keep having to install different versions of DNN all the time, and you know, deleting an old one and installing a new one. So again, it will be very handy to myself as well.
I did look at it, and I think the really nice feature is you can click that drop down and say, okay, today I want to be 7.1.5. And that's probably not helpful for most people, but for those of us who need to do something to look at a feature or a bug or a problem with a particular version of DNN, say you're working with somebody and they're using an old version, it's a really nice feature.
Very good to be able to troubleshoot and install any one of those versions that fast. I mean, it's priceless. Let's put it this way.
I spent 8 hours on Thursday trying to move and install a DNN from one site, one host to another, and we finally got it done at 5:15. I will say that there were some very special things and special modifications that were going on that website, but sometimes installing DNN or moving DNN or upgrading DNN are not for the faint of heart. Most of the time it just goes well, but those times where it doesn't make for memorable chapters in your memoir.
Perfect. Okay, so next here, I want to mention, and this is not too new, but I came that across more publicly within the last 2 or 3 weeks. The fact that PowerDNN, the brand PowerDNN, is back with their pricing as well. So I have in front of me, you cannot see that, Joe, but I have in front of me the DNN, the PowerDNN.com website with an old picture of Chad Nash. Guys, you need to update that picture. That's not Chad anymore. He's beaten up. He's much more beaten up than that one. Okay, so again, change that one. But anyway,
you're saying he's all grown up now?
Kind of. So again, PowerDNN back with the pricing very similar to what they used to have before. People complained quite a lot publicly and privately that they have discontinued the brand, not only because they discontinued the brand, but they discontinued the pricing model as well. Now, again, we can see a very similar price model starting at $21.99 a month. Very similar, it used to be 20 a month. So again, very similar to what they used to have, with the quality and the expertise of what I usually say that it's one of the best hosting providers out there for DNN. You know, if nothing else, it's really the biggest one within the DNN space. Okay, so again, check this out. Pricing back on PowerDNN.
Yes, I got a package from Omaha, Nebraska, delivered to my front porch earlier in the week, and it's the stuff that Manage.com sent me to put in all of the tote bags that will be given out at DNNCon. And I haven't been keeping up with hosting providers, so there was a big package, in the package there were things that are branded Manage.com, and then there was a big stack of things that said PowerDNN. And they did send out a press release about DNNCon and their participation. By the way, they will be at DNNCon, as will at least one other hosting provider, and another hosting provider is doing some sponsorship. So you will have an opportunity to talk to folks about DNN hosting as well.
Perfect. Very good, very good. So again, and by the way, I mean, they are providing the training websites that we'll be using during the DNN administration track that I'll be presenting. So again, thank you for Power DNN to put those together. It's a bunch of sites, and I asked them to put DNN 8 and DNN 7, two different websites for each attendee. So again, I'm very thankful to their commitment and their willingness to do that for us.
I should just probably stick in a note here that we've got a great set of sponsors for DNNCon. Even if you're not coming to the event, go to our website and make note of who they are. They're among the premier organizations that deal with DNN, and I would commend you to do business with all of them if and when it becomes appropriate. And even including Anderson, who's a proud supporter of the group. But these companies who support the DNN community, we really can't thank them enough because they make events like DNN Con possible.
My pleasure. And again, it's great to be a member of this community, this great community. I love it. And actually, one of the topics that I have here to mention, it's about community. So again, I love that. Okay, that's it. Power DNN, back. Next, on my agenda here, I want to give kudos to our friend Armand Datema, which we commonly know him as Nokiko. Armand put together this really nice theme, DNN theme called Polo, which again, what I'm scrolling here through are already different templates that you can use when you acquire this theme. So again, very well put together. This seems to be a theme that comes from outside of the DNN ecosystem, and he converted them. So again, go to the site. All links will be listed in the video post. So go to the site, see how beautiful those templates are, and again, you can put any of them together if you purchase Polo theme. So again, very well put together. Pricing is really, in the upper range of themes. So it's $149.95. But again, you have a lot of different layout options. I mean, you cannot see that, Joe, but just by looking at different options here, you can see how many different layouts and templates you can, and content layouts that you can put together just by using one single theme. So again, it can do a lot. And as you can see, they are very different from each other. So again, kudos to Armand Datema, our Nokiko.
Yes, I don't want to be a broken record, folks, but somebody will leave DNNCon with their own copy of the Polo theme.
See, I swear, and Joe can swear about that as well. I swear that we haven't double checked that. I mean, I knew about that right now. I mean, as I spoke. So again, we haven't synced that topic here by any means, So it's great. I mean, Armand is giving one license of this theme to a lucky DNNCon participant.
And there are other module developers who have provided licenses for their modules to be given away at the raffle.
Perfect. So again, keeping the theme on events and conferences, I just want to give a shout out for DNN Connect, which is coming up June 2nd to the 5th in Girona, Spain. And here's the event page. Again, for our European friends or for whoever will be traveling to Spain, great time to connect with that group. They really know, as well as our North American friends as well, they really know how to put an event together. So again, it will be a great event. So June 2nd to the 5th on Girona, Spain.
I wish I could go.
Me too. It's but I will have to stick around to our 2 hours. Let's put it this way, Joe. Okay, coming to an end here, but I want to give a few excuses about my lack of putting out DNN 8 videos. Again, DNN.com is really taking a lot of my time right now, but the good thing is that I had to get ready for DNN.com with DNN 8, so I kind of got to know a lot of DNN 8. So 1 week or two after DNN.com, I'll be putting together the DNN 8 as compared to DNN 7 differences, what is new, what is interesting on DNN 8. I'll be putting together a video series about that topic. And again, interesting enough is I surprised myself of how many aspects are different from DNN 7 to DNN 8. I thought that there were not that many, but there are quite a few aspects. Even the editor was a big one that really surprised me in a positive way. You know, they are phasing out Telerik, so again there is a CK editor now, and there are quite a few differences on dealing with CK editor. So again, videos coming out from me as soon as we are done with DNN.com. Last point here on my agenda, I want to give a big shout out for a user group that I have the pleasure to call it user group and to manage that at the same time. Back in 2010, I started a what I would call user group with members of the DNN users of Brazil, and I'm showing the old website. You can recognize that this is a DNN 5 website. So again, this website has been lingering forever without me in the helm of it. So a lot of members, actually 800 signups, but again, they are pretty much, majority of them are dead. But my point is that I decided to, and by the way, by that I really means that they are not active, okay? So just make it clear. Nothing extreme happened in Brazil that people are dying, no. But again, I decided to bring the group to life again. And I decided to do that in a slightly different way. So we are using Slack to bring this group together and, you know, work through it. So it has been a very interesting time. We have a new website just for people to sign up to request access to our Slack group. And Slack has been an amazing platform to communicate, to exchange. And I have started this about 3 weeks ago. We have about 23 members, active members, and we have daily conversations. Again, it's so engaging. I really recommend that anyone out there that hasn't explored Slack yet, slack.com, give it a try. There are many different communities on Slack, and it's a very engaging tool, very interesting. And by the way, I mean, you can see already that we have bastardized the DNN logo with blue, green, and yellow. So DNN Corp, don't come after me saying that we are, you know, doing some bad stuff with your marketing guidelines. I mean, come on, we are just a user group trying to grow the base in Brazil as well, trying to grow the love in Brazil as well. You know, people were feeling, I mean, here and there I got a message from someone in Brazil saying, hey, I cannot find anyone here in Brazil that knows DNN. Hey, I'd like to talk to a developer that knows DNN. I'd like to talk to a designer that knows DNN. So again, my idea is really to bring people together in one single place and hopefully that will grow awareness in our local community over there. And again, big shout out to Slack as well. I'm loving Slack. I'm really loving. I have so many plans to use Slack for other purposes as well. And that's my shout out. Again, just shout out for Ratan, Rod, Dave, and Jardel. Those are I'd say the most active members. And we also have already a translating user group. So we are doing, again, a big initiative there, translate DNN to Brazilian Portuguese. Again, that's my shout out. Joe, anything else? Any last words? Any topic that we have not covered here?
Well, I was just going to compliment you for sneaking some yellow into the color scheme. I guess you have to do that in Brazil, right?
You know, we have the blue, green, and yellow. It's a bit orange, but it should be a bit yellow. But usually, you know, I mean, local country-based user groups, they tend to bastardize the main logo with their country colors, no?
Sure, sure. And I've been using Slack a lot recently myself.
Great.
Our friend David Poindexter introduced me to it, and we've actually been using it as part of the DNN Con organizing effort.
Very good. Again, I, to be honest, at first time that someone invited me to Slack, I was not really sure of what was the dynamics of Slack, but I got a good hang. And for those that are old enough for that, if you have ever during mid 90s to late 90s, if you had been part of groups like IRC groups, no Merc groups, this is very similar. This is basically a chat room with a modern look, with a very modern look and modern set of features as well. I mean, it's so powerful. You can do so many things, so many integrations. You can, again, I'm not here to talk about Slack, and I can keep going on and on and on. But again, just I'll leave you guys with that. It's a great tool. Explore if you can, and you'll get an interesting. If you get a good hang of it, you'll see the value that it can bring to a community or within a company, you know, within an organization, within a team, within an initiative like, you know, DNN.com that Joe is just mentioning about that. Anyway, that's my shout out. I'm done. I will see you, Joe, at DNN.com on Friday, Thursday nights, and that's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.